Hello students, welcome to the class of Pole Science of 12 Arts, and today we will continue from the same topic, that is SARC. And previously in the first class or the first topic that we completed during learning the topic SARC, we had completed topic like the beginning of the SARC, then aim of SARC, and lastly we read about the introduction, how it was formed. So today we will read about the reasons for the formation of SARC. So we know about the first reason that was actually related to the formation of SARC, that was encouragement given by the Bangladeshi President Ziaur Rahman in the year 1977. But apart from that also there are certain reasons that led to the formation of SARC. We need to know all of these points. So let us proceed then. Number one reason, the first and foremost reasons for the formation of SARC was the central location of Asia. That means all the countries that are the member nations of SARC, their location is what? In and around Asia. That means if we talk about Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka, all these falls under or within the Asian continent. So this was the first reason for the formation of SARC. The number 2 point is it has common features of the Indian subcontinent. That means whatever the countries are there, 8 member countries or 8 South Asian countries, these all 8 countries have common features, be it cultural features or be it political features. We can say that all these 8 member countries are having common features. Excluding 1 or 2 points, they have common features related to each and every member countries. Clear? So the second point will be it has common features of the Indian subcontinent or the Asian subcontinent, you can write. The number 3 point is about all countries gained independence after the Second World War. And one more unique feature of all the 8 member countries that are actually the member of SARC is that all these 8 countries have gained independence after the Second World War ended. That means all these 8 countries starting from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka, all these 8 countries have actually got the independence after the end of Second World War, that is after, you can say, 1945. All countries, the fourth reason, all countries are from part of the third world. That means which countries do we know or we call as the third world? The first world is related to the United States of America. The second world was actually indicated to those of USSR, and after the disintegration of USSR, Russia was known as the second world or the developed world, and the third world is actually known as the developing countries. So you can say that all the 8 countries that are the member of SARC are actually from the third world. That means they are from developing world. This is actually called as the third world. After that, this region is poor and overpopulated. And one negative feature related to the member countries of SARC is that all the 8 countries are poor in terms of finances and economy, and it is also overpopulated. Understood? Related to Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka, all these countries are actually poor also and they are overpopulated also. And the 7th reason is that all these are because all these features are similar to each and every nations. Starting from central location of Asia, they have common features. All of them gained independence after the Second World War, and all of these countries were from the third world category. Then all these countries can be said as poor in terms of economy and overpopulated also in terms of population. And number 7 is about predominance of agriculture. That means agriculture is the prime source of employment in these 8 countries. Clear? And dependency on economy on southwest monsoon. That means if you can see that agriculture is the prime source of living, then you can assume that they have to depend on actually the season or the monsoon, that is of southwest monsoon, so that their economy can prosper. So they have to depend on what? All these 8 nations have to depend on southwest monsoon. So we can see here that there are 7 similarities between these 8 countries, starting from the location, then features, then countries that have gained independence after the Second World War, then they are from, all countries are from third world category, and this region are poor and overpopulated. Sorry. And we can see also that they have predominance of agriculture. Agriculture is the prime source of income, and last but not the least, all these countries have to depend on southwest monsoon for the economy factor. So all these similarities actually motivated these 8 countries to form SAARC. Clear? Sorry. Now, if we discuss about the history, idea for regional cooperation in South Asia was discussed earlier in at least 3 conferences. That means before forming it in the year 1985, the need for forming SAARC was actually very much discussed very much earlier, and these were discussed when in 3 incidents or 3 instances. Number A was discussed during the Asian Relation Conference in New Delhi in April 1947. This was the first time that the need for regional cooperation like SAARC was discussed. Then secondly, it was discussed during the Baguio Conference in Philippines in May 1950. And the third time that the necessity or for the idea for regional cooperation was discussed in the Colombo Power Conference in May 1954. So the need for regional cooperation was actually discussed in these 3 instances. First one was during the Regional Asian Relation Conference in 1947 in the month of April. Then second was discussed during the Baguio Conference in Philippines in May 1950. And the third was discussed during the Colombo Power Conference in May 1954. So the first concrete proposal for establishing a framework for regional cooperation in South Asia was made by late President of Bangladesh Ziaur Rahman on May 2, 1980. So we have already discussed about this, that the idea was generated by Ziaur Rahman in the year 1977, but 3 years after only a proposal was made. Proposal means that was actually that initiation was done, encouragement was done in the year 1977, but final proposal was made on the papers 3 years after, that was in the year 1980, 2nd of May. And this proposal was also put forwarded by the late President of Bangladesh, Ziaur Rahman. So finally, the foreign ministers of all the countries had a meeting in New Delhi in 1983 where they adopted a declaration of South Asian regional cooperation. Clear? So finally, after a proposal was made on 2nd of May 1980 by late President of Bangladesh Ziaur Rahman, again 3 years after that, all the foreign ministers of these 8 member countries held a meeting in New Delhi. in the year 1983, 3 years after the proposal was made, all the foreign ministers of all the 8 member countries held a meeting in 1983 and they adopted a declaration on South Asian regional cooperation. Clear? As you can see here that 80 proposal was made, then again in 83 all the foreign ministers hold a meeting in New Delhi. They adopted a proposal, and on 8 December, again after 2 years, on 8th of December 1985, SAARC was formed. But 2 years before that, in 1983, the foreign ministers actually adopted a declaration that they will form. They had declared. Clear? So with this I will wind up today's topic here only. And to take a quick revision, today we have read about the reasons for the formation of SAARC, under which 7 points were there, starting from location, common features, then gaining independence after the Second World War, then all the countries were from the Third World, then the region, all the countries were poor and overpopulated also, then predominance of agriculture are there, and all these countries have to depend on southwest monsoon for their economy. And lastly we read about the history of SAARC, in which we read that way before the SAARC was formed, at least for 3 consecutive or for 3 times, the need for forming this type of regional cooperation was actually discussed, and that was discussed first in the year 1947 during the Asian Relation Conference, and in second time during Baguio Conference in 1915 Philippines, and in the third time or third instance during the Colombo Power Conference in May 1954. And who was behind this formation, who actually led a real hand in forming this SAARC? It was the President of Bangladesh, Ziaur Rahman, who actually given the idea in the year 1977. Then he made a proposal on 2nd May 1980, and after his proposal, after 3 years, in 1983 all the foreign ministers had a meeting in New Delhi and they had declared that they will form SAARC, and again after 2 years in the year 1985 they formed SAARC. So I hope that whatever the points we have discussed today, it is now clear to you. With this I will wind up today's topic. Thank you.